This is the moment, this is the day. This is the moment when I know I'm on my way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now today. This is the moment, this is the time, when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this momentous moment. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. This is the day, just see it shine, when all I've lived for becomes mine. This is the moment, this is the hour, when I can open up tomorrow like a flower, and put my hand to everything that I plan to. Fulfill my grand desire, see all my stars align. This is the moment, throw out the odds. This day or never, I sit forever with the gods. When I look back, I will recall, moment for moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them all, the greatest moment of them all.
That's a tough act to follow. Come, come, whoever you are welcome here. No matter your age, your size, the color of your eyes, your hair, your skin, you are welcome here. No matter your gender, whom you love, how you speak, or what your abilities are, you are welcome here. You are welcome here whether you come with laughter in your hearts or tears in your eyes. You are welcome here. No matter what you have experienced in the past, no matter what awaits you in your future, you are welcome here. Whether you believe in God all of the time, or some of the time, or none of the time, you are welcome here. This is a community of open minds, loving hearts, and willing hands. You are welcome here at the South Valley Unitarian Universalist Society. Good morning. My name is Daryl Bridges, and my pronouns are he and him. Welcome all who are gathered with us here in the sanctuary, as well as those who are online in our virtual audience. We extend an especially warm welcome to those of you who are with us for the first, second, or third time. We are so glad to have you here with us, and we look forward to getting to know you. Our worship team today is Brenda Voisard, myself, and Brenda Juliander. Rob Carlson will be leading our Time for All Ages. Our music director is John Allen. Our music collaborator is Rick Lindobus. Our musicians, as you just heard, are the 5 O's, including Tom Omer, his brothers and father. Sound today is being done by Bob Scarborough, and our virtual host is Maureen Davis, and our board greeter is Sophia Hawes Tingey. Additionally, our congregation is led by Reverend Laura, who is away today. Her father is in Proven. There is a lot that is happening here at SVU US, and the Happenings Weekly newsletter is your best way to stay up to date. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already via the link in our virtual order of service. The QR code is at the welcome table, as well as in the hardback songbooks. Next Sunday, 11/27, is our day of service. Bob and Kate McGillivray are coordinating this event. They will be hosting a litter pickup along the Jordan River Trail. We will meet here at 10:30, our usual time, on the 27th, and convoy out to the location. Details and contact information can be found in the happenings and in the loop. November 29th, from 7 to 9 p.m., Nathaniel James will be leading a UU Religious Heritage class in the sanctuary. Come learn more about how Unitarianism intersected with Romantic literature, philosophy, and theology, along with early feminism in the early 19th century of the United States. We will be discussing the life and works of transcendentalists such as Emerson and Margaret Fuller. And finally, we would like to take a moment to share the warmth of our community. So let's please, as we have now fully arrived, stand and take a minute or two to welcome those who have come to join us today.
This is wonderful, and let's keep doing this after the service. So glad to have everyone here. So please stay standing, and we will light our chalice. Please say the words with us. They're in the orders of service for lighting our chalice today. We do have motions as well. Yes. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, for the light of truth, and for the energy of action. And please stay standing as we sing. Excuse me, I say one more thing. We are in this space that is the ancestral and current homelands of the Shoshone, Paiute, Goshute, and Ute tribes. And as Unitarian Universalists, we acknowledge the complex, violent history that resulted in the stealing of these lands and the cultural and physical genocide perpetrated against its peoples at the hands of white colonial settlers. We commit ourselves to undoing these harms, and we seek to authentically and with honesty engage in the necessary work that will produce justice. And we are singing about our ancestors and all ancestors in our opening hymn, 1051. It's in that teal hymnal that you hopefully have, 1051.
This particular hymn requires there's a little bit of a roadmap ahead. We have a lot of repeats. So whenever you see the thick black bar with the 2 dots, that means go back to the last one of those that you saw. So we sing this bit twice, then we sing the next bit twice. So you'll turn the page back and go down to the bottom of the first page to sing that twice. And then we jump. Let's see, no, so we go through that again and then sing through. We don't jump. No, only back, only jump back. And then the last 2 lines we'll sing twice as well. So I'll try to help with that, but good luck. Okay. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. Repeat. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of light and the builders of nations. We're seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. Turn back. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and the sons of great visions. We're sisters of mercy and brothers of love. We are lovers of light and the builders of nations. We're seekers of truth and keepers of faith. We are makers of peace and the wisdom of ages. We are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's dreamings. We are the breath of our ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises, sings to the universe who we
Once there were songs for everything. Songs for planting, for growing, for harvesting, for eating, getting drunk, falling asleep, for sunrise, birth, mind break, and war. For death, those are the heaviest songs, and they have to be pried from the earth with shovels of grief. Now, all we hear are falling in love songs and falling apart after falling in love songs. The earth is leaning sideways, and a song is emerging from the floods and the fires. Urgent tendrils lift toward the sun. You must be friends with silence to hear. The songs of the guardians or silence are the most powerful. They are the most rare.
Breaking this bread, we confess our dependence upon, our responsibility for Mother Earth and the community of life in its many forms. Breaking this bread, we celebrate our unity with all who have lived upon the earth, who have been warmed by the sun, who have seen the greening of the spring, who have stood watching wind sweep a field of wheat, who have tried to count the stars in a cloudless winter sky. Please join us blessing these loaves as a community by reading the words that are in your orders of service. And if you want to hold a hand toward the bread, we bless these loaves. We bless this bread we have in common with one another and all people. We bless all the things that feed us, body and heart, mind and soul. We bless these loaves. We bless these loaves. We bless these loaves.
At this time, we will share the communion of bread. I invite our kids and youth to come forward at this time to collect the baskets for passing. There are baskets of gluten-free bread, and if you need this, please raise your hand so our youth can find you. Once you receive your bread, do not eat it immediately. Rather, pause and take a moment. Feel its texture, its weight, the loving hands that made it, and the astonishing chain of events that brings this bread to your lips, here, now, with these people in this holy place. Once everyone has their bread, we will partake together, and for those at home, please also break off a piece of your bread and take this time for silent reflection while we wait for those gathered here in the sanctuary to receive their bread.
And please feel free to take more than one. I think some baskets are still going around. There's lots. Thank you to everyone who brought the bread. And after service today is a soup and bread lunch downstairs. Thank you to the youth for passing that. Every seed remembers spring planting, memories of warmth and darkness and rich black soil. Every stalk remembers that first growing glimpse of sky, stirring wind, blessing rain, and sun's caress, the whole world green.
Every grain remembers spring, summer, and now autumn, growing gold, cooling air, hailing sun. Every full, pregnant, now is the time for harvest. Every loaf remembers all of this, all that has gone before. Every hand, everything that touched it, cradles it like an infant and offers it up. Rain, soil, sun, seed, stalk, grain, impossibly alive as nights grow long and all else withers.
And so life begets life, and life add greater life, until the great wheel turns and spring comes round again.
Please feast if you haven't yet. Come get more if you'd like. And Rick didn't get any. Our pianist needs sustenance. It's a bounty here. It's so they're in community here. Once everyone is seated, let's have just a minute or two of silence while we enjoy the bread and we think about all of the people, the animals that help pollinate, all of the parts and pieces that led to this moment, the hands that kneaded the dough, all that we're thankful for.
Well, thank you all. Thank you for participating in that ritual with us in this community. My piece of bread tasted like an entire piece of pizza. I don't know if anyone else had that bread, but gosh, that was spectacular. My name is Rob Carlson. I serve as Director of Religious Exploration here at South Valley. And just a couple of announcements for the good of the order this morning in the life of our Religious Exploration Ministry. This morning, following the Time for All Ages, we invite all of our young people to remain upstairs with your families for the rest of worship. We're getting back into a time where we'll be having a pattern of, we hope, these third Sunday intergenerational services, still ironing out how those are going to, when those are going to fall and how those are going to work out. For this morning, all of our kids, basically maybe ages 5 through 5th grade, are invited to remain up here for worship. We do have childcare available this morning for about ages 4 and under downstairs. And then also all of our middle schoolers. We have youth group downstairs following the Time for All Ages in the annex. And then also for our high schoolers, we'll have youth group following the Time for All Ages today down in the annex. So we hope you'll join those groups for that. And just really wonderful to see you all this morning. And so for now, I'd like to invite all of our young people and the young at heart to join me up front for a story this morning. Find some room up here. This is one really wonderful way to share, right? Sharing food. That's probably one of our favorite things to share. Maybe there are certain kinds of food which we like to maybe keep more for ourselves, but sharing the things that we have is a wonderful way to share. And you know, here in the church, gosh, there's another way that we share with each other, lots of ways that we share that are maybe a little bit harder to see than just sharing this way. I wonder if someone ever taught you how to do something, or if you ever taught someone how to do something, or gave advice to someone. Have you ever told someone about one of your special wishes or hopes or dreams? Or have you ever told someone about the things that you're afraid of? Have you ever listened when someone told you something really special? In our families and here in this community at South Valley, we're more than just about sharing material things like food. We're also about sharing of ourselves. We like to share about our hopes and our dreams and our fears and, gosh, especially in this church, our laughter, right? So many things that we share. We, in our classes downstairs, we share what we've learned in school, and most importantly, we share just what we've learned from life, share what we've learned from living and about the world. We share stories about people we know, people we don't know around the world, but people we're thinking about. And when we gather here at church, we also, a lot of the time, share the joys that we're having in our lives and some of the concerns that lie on our hearts, because these are feelings and ideas that we know are important. And so today, we just celebrated, and some of you are still celebrating, this wonderful ritual that we celebrate as Unitarian Universalists. And it reminds us, this bread communion reminds us about how important sharing is for all of us. So our story for this morning, for this bread communion, is called Bread is for Eating. Some of you might remember this story from last year. Oh yes, and let's share some more bread while we're doing this. Very appropriate. Bread is for eating, Mamita says when I leave bread on my plate. Bread is for eating. And she says these words to me, El pan es para comer, el pan es para la vida, no tires el pan, ay, vida mía. Bread is life. Mamita says to me, think of the seed asleep in the ground. Think of the earth like a dark and cozy bed. Think of the sun shining down on the earth, and think of the rain waking the seed in the ground from its slumber. It's kind of fun to think about seeds growing that way, isn't it? Even when we can't see it above the ground, we know that there's all of this exciting stuff happening below the ground. I'm thinking, Mamita, I'm thinking about the little sprouts coming up from the ground. And she says, these are words for the sprouting seed. El pan es para comer, el pan es para la vida, no tires el pan, ay, vida mía. Think about the farmer who tills the soil, hoping the rains will come on time. Think of the harvester who cuts the wheat and catches the grain. It is time for a song with words for the grains of wheat. El pan es para comer, el pan es para la vida, no tires el pan, ay, vida mía. Think about the worker who loads the grain and takes it into town. Think of the miller who grinds the grain into flour, so soft and fine. Think of the storekeeper who sells us the flour. Do you all usually think this much about the ingredients that you buy for things that you're making? About the individual ingredients? Sometimes? Yes, I am thinking, Mamita. I'm thinking about the money we need to buy the flour. And Mamita says this song is also for the families working all day to put bread on the table. El pan es para comer, el pan es para la vida, no tires el pan, ay, vida mía. Think of the cook kneading the flour and water and yeast. Think of the baker baking the bread early before dawn. Think of the people around the world dreaming of food, dreaming of bread. I'm hungry for bread, mamita, I say. Then toast it and butter it or spread it with jam. Eat it cold, eat it hot. Eat a little, eat a lot. El pan es bueno. We thank the seed, the earth, the sun, and the rain for the grain, the beautiful grain, and sing for the bread that gives us life again and again and again. El pan es para comer, el pan es para la vida, no tires el pan, ay, ay, vida mía. And once again, that means we thank the seed, earth, sun, and rain for the grain, and sing for the bread that gives us life again and again and again. So that's our story for bread communion this Sunday. Oh, here's the words a little closer. Bread is good to eat. Bread is the stuff of life. Don't throw the bread away. Love of my life. Yeah, it's a great story. So, sometimes if the bread isn't safe to eat, you might have to throw a little bit away, right? Yeah. But hopefully the fresh baked stuff, that'll be good to eat. But that's a good reminder. It's a good reminder. Thank you all for spending time with me this morning. I invite you to stay up here for worship with your families. And all of our junior high kids and our high schoolers are invited downstairs for youth group.
This community, our church, and its many ministries are only made possible by the gifts you give of your time, your talent, and your treasures. Many of you pledge monthly to support our work, and for this, we are grateful. Your gifts help to ensure that we are able to live our values of love and justice in the world outside. Part of our ministry at South Valley includes sharing our Sunday worship offerings with a charitable organization that aligns with our principles and values. This month, our split offering recipient is Christmas Box International. Since 1996, the Christmas Box International has been providing emergency shelter care, support for teens transitioning out of foster care, and holiday joy to children and youth through gift drives. Their mission is simple: every child deserves a childhood. Please join me in reading our offertory words that are printed in your hymnal, or in your order of service. Sorry. We are this church. We are its hands, its heart, its voice. Together, we share the wealth of this community and sustain it with our gifts. We will now accept the offering. For those at home, you are invited to use the giving link in the order of service. I invite our usher to come forward and share the baskets that you will pass around.
Oh, home, beloved, where'er I wander, on foreign land or distant sea, as time rolls by, my heart grows fonder and yearns more lovingly for thee. Though fair scenes around me, and friends are ever kind and true, though joyous mirth and song surround me. My heart, my soul still yearn for you, still yearn for you. Ye valleys fair and snow-capped mountains, ye peaceful hamlets mid the trees, ye murmuring streams and crystal fountains, kissed by the cool, soft, balmy breeze. Words cannot tell how well I love thee, nor speak my longing when I roam. My heart alone can cry to heaven. God bless my own dear mountain home.
For all that we have received and all we have found the courage to give, may we be truly thankful. May these gifts be a blessing to South Valley and to Christmas Box International.
All gathered here today are invited to participate in our Joys and Concerns ritual. Those joining in the virtual community are invited to use the chat box in the Zoom space and share your joys and sorrows. I've just been told, and we can hold this for a moment, that there was a shooting in Colorado Springs, an LGBT club that killed 5 and wounded 18. And let us think of these people, our brothers and sisters. Hold them. As you have a joy and a sorrow, please come up, take a stone of your choosing, place it in the water, and take your time as you do that. You're invited to come forward. We are one. We are thankful to be in our mountain home together for all the joys unexpressed, for the sorrows unexpressed, for those at home. I was beset with frustration and anger at the world around me. I longed to make a difference. I struggled against powers and institutions, but my actions seemed insignificant and my words felt appropriate. Then I came into just community of hope and love. Here I found support and energy, vision and power, the authority of shared witness. And together we changed the world.
Alone in the world, I was beset by sorrow and hurt in my life. So much loss and emptiness, so little hope and understanding. I wept for the pain in my heart. I ached from the hardships I bore. But my tears brought little relief and my burdens grew too heavy. Then I came into community, a religious community of hope and love. Here I found support and compassion, wisdom and grace, and the power of shared suffering.
And together we made life sweeter.
Alone in the world, I was beset by confusion and emptiness in my soul. So much busyness, and pettiness, so little depth or connection. I shriveled inside from want of real spiritual bonds, and my soul cried out for meaning. Then I came into community, a religious community of hope and love. Here I found support, encouragement, depth and diversity, and the power of sharing the journey. And together we saved my life.
For all the varied reasons that brought us out of loneliness and into community, we give thanks.
For the blessings we bestow on one another with our energy, compassion, and prayer, we give thanks.
For the blessings we become to others in need, we give thanks and remember that we are not alone. Please stand as you are willing in body, mind, or spirit, and join us in our actions as we extinguish our chalice. The words are in your order of service, and you are invited to say them out loud with me. We extinguish this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, nor the energy of action. We hold each other in our hearts until we meet again. Our closing hymn is number 1010, We Give Thanks.
Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here
May the light of love shine upon you, out from within you. Be gracious unto you and bring peace. For though this is the day we are given, let us rejoice and be glad in it. Please be seated for our postlude, where we're once again graced by the 5 O's, and then join us in our social hour for soup and bread.
See that sun in the morning, peeking over the hill. I'll bet you're sure it always has, and sure it always will. That's how I feel about someone, how somebody feels about me. We're sure we love each other, that's the way we'll always be. Ain't got a barrel of money, maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song, side by side. Don't know what's coming tomorrow, maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load, side by side, through all kinds of weather. What if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they've all had their quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just traveling along, singing a song, side by side. Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money, maybe we're ragged and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song, side by side. Don't know what's coming tomorrow, maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load, side by side, through all kinds of weather. What if the sky should fall? Just as long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all. When they've all had the quarrels and parted, we'll be the same as we started, just traveling